All right, folks, welcome back to the channel. This is my first campground review of 2024. It's the first time I've been out in 2024. I am at a little known campground in the northwest corner of the Adirondacks that a lot of people overlook when they're looking for a spot. I thought I would be the first one in here for this year, but nope. There's a camper right over my shoulder right back in there. This is my site here. And this is a campground review of the Parmiter site in the northwest corner of the Adirondacks. It's not a bad place, so stick around and see how it scores. Alright folks, welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time watching, make sure you hit the subscribe button down below to continue to follow my adventures. But today is a campground review of the Parmiter site in the town of Colton in the southern St. Lawrence County. It is in the northwest corner of the Adirondacks. It is a small campground that is commonly overlooked by a lot of people if you're looking for a basic campground. So I score my campgrounds in 5 different categories. They are inner roads and sites, facilities, your bathrooms and showers, your amenities, what do they have to offer, your staffing, does the staffing appear to be doing their job, and price point, is a price you pay worth coming to the campground. Now this campground is a little different than the rest. The owner of this campground is Brookfield Power, which owns the dams on the Raquette River. So right behind me over here at the end of this road is Carry Falls Reservoir, which is part of the Raquette River system. There's a series of dams that go all the way from Tupper Lake all the way down past Potsdam, New York, almost out to the St. Lawrence River. And they have a couple of campgrounds in the region that they own and operate. And this is one of them. Now this campground is one of the oldest around. So best way to start here is just let's get it underway. So inner roads and sites. The road in is about a half mile off of Route 56 in the town of Colton. It is a 1-lane paved road. It's not in bad shape at all for the age of it. A few broken spots here and there, but it's a good road in. One thing to consider is it's a 1-lane road. So if you are bringing a camper in and you meet another camper, you might have a few spots in there that might be hard to get around each other. But other than that, it's a good road in. The road here is the main road to the campground. The sites are off on each side of this. There's 16 sites here, and this road is mostly gravel down through with a couple of speed bumps up through just to keep people from speeding down through. Now the sites are solid. You won't see muddy sites here because there is a higher elevation here, and they're quite solid. The driveways are quite solid, and they're well taken care of, I guess, or packed down throughout the years of use. But the only thing that the sites offer are a picnic table and a fireplace, and that is it. There are no hookups at this campground. And so with inner roads and sites, they're not horribly bad, but they're not the best I've seen. So I'm going to score them a 6. Facilities. So this place does not have flushing toilets. It has pit toilets. There's a building. It's a yellow building. We'll see if we can see it through the trees behind me. There's a building over there that has men's and women's. There is a sink for washing dishes and washing your hands, but they are pit toilets there. There are water spigots located throughout the park. I do believe that there's 3 of them here. I'm looking. Well, maybe there's none down that way. I see one right here, and I think there's another one up there. So there's a couple of water spigots located throughout the park. Each site has a fireplace and a picnic table. There are no showers here, but I'll touch on that in a minute. About there are times where you can go get a shower. And this campground is predominantly carry in and carry out. So for the facilities that they offer here, they aren't too bad. They aren't, again, the best in the world. They are older facilities, but it's a pit toilet. It's not like you're flushing toilets here and have running water, but it's not too bad, so I gave it a 6. On to amenities. Well, this campground does not have any type of playgrounds, does not have a pool, does not have an official beach area. Actually, there are signs down here by the boat launch that says no swimming. But I have seen people go up past the boat launch. The boat launch is on this side down that way, and go swimming. But there is the boat launch to put your boat in. Motorized boats are welcome on Carry Falls. Paddling. This is a great place to paddle. Lots of reservoirs up here. There are lots of trails up here. There's a couple mountains to climb. Wanakina and Tupper Lake aren't that far away. Cranberry Lake's not that far away. To lots of trails there. There is a dump station here that I have to mention, but the one thing about the dump station is when you're driving out with your camper, it's on the wrong side. When you pull up to the camper, your dump is usually on your driver's side of your camper. Well, this dump station is on this side. So basically what you have to do is go down to the end of this road, right down here, and turn this way, then back down to it. And then you have to pull back in here, drive down this road down to the where the parking for the boat launch is, turn around and just drive back out. It's kind of a pain in the ass, but if you want to dump, that's what you got to do. So for amenities, not a lot to offer here. I did give them though a 6 because this is a great place to base camp. Come here and, you know, have a fire and stay in your camper and go out exploring during the day. Okay, now we're on to staffing, and this is where I said I'm going to touch on a few points here. From Memorial Day to Labor Day, there's a caretaker that stays at this campground. There's actually one electric site up over my shoulder here that's where the caretaker stays. They stay in their camper all summer long. Usually it's a snowbird that they come up here during the summer, and they're up here from Memorial Day to Labor Day, and it's $16 a night when you stay here, when they are here. But when this campground is in operation, their caretaker is here, they will give you your slip to go to another Brookfield campground that is probably 12 miles away, and they have showers, so you can do your showers there, and you can drop off your trash there. This is a carry in, carry out campground here. For the rest of the 9 months out of the year, after Labor Day to Memorial Day, it's free camping. People come up here and they will go fishing for the weekend. They'll bring their boat up and they'll set their camper up, set a tent up, and then they'll go fishing for the weekend. There's also ice fishing that people come up here for. Now, I don't believe this road is plowed in the wintertime. So the last time I was up here, I drove in the wintertime. I drove it, the road was not plowed. So you're going to have to take your risk if you want free camping and interested in coming up here during the winter months. But for staffing, during those 3 months when the staff is here, they do take care of this place. They mow the lawns, they take care, make sure that people behave themselves, and it is not a bad place when they're here. I've been up here many times when the caretaker's here. So for staffing, I gave them a 6. Price point. Well, like I mentioned before, for 3 months out of the year, June, July, and August, till Labor Day, it is $16 a night. And really honestly, with no amenities to go with it other than a boat launch. But a lot of people like to come here and park their camper, and they have a caretaker here, so they know that their stuff is secure while they go out exploring during the day, and they come back here, eat dinner, and have a nice fire and go to bed. So For $16 a night for 3 months out of the year, the other times it's free. It's a fair trade-off, I believe. So I gave for price point a 6. Incidentals. I have Verizon service. There is no service here. But if you drive the half mile out to Route 56, I can get 2 bars there. So that is that's pretty good. There is a store 4 miles down at the intersection of Route 56 and Route 3 called Seavey's Point. It's commonly referred to up here as Seavey's Corners. Great little store. They have ready-made food, they have lunch meat, they have beer, they have all sorts of drinks there, soda, water, chips. They have a lot of stuff in there. They have a nice little corner that has a lot of knickknacks in it too. So they sell gas. So it is a decent store to have nearby. Firewood. Now, you have to probably bring in your own firewood. I think during those 3 months when there's a caretaker here, that there is somebody that comes in the evening hours with a trailer full of wood. Now, the sister campground down the way, I know has a trailer that comes in and the guy sells wood from the trailer. And he has a wheelbarrow load. He sells it for like $20 a wheelbarrow load. So you would have to bring your own firewood in. It has to be purchased because if you can't transport your own firewood in New York more than in a 50-mile radius. But anyways, that is a review of the Parmenter Campground. They got a 6th all the way down the board for a total of 30 points with an overall grade of 6.0. That is my review of Parmenter Campground. It is not on a lot of maps if you come, so you may have to, there's no physical address, but it is between Seavey's Corners on Route 3 and Route 56 in South Colton, New York. It's not a bad place to base camp if you're out going out and exploring. And it does have a lot of sites here. Half the sites you can put a camper like mine on. Mine's 26 feet. And the other half the sites are good for a smaller trailer like a bushwhacker trailer, an R-Pod, truck camper, or even a pop-up camper. So that's my review of the Parmenter Campground owned by Brookfield Power. A 6.0 is the final grade. Alright folks, you watched all the way through. Thanks for that. If you liked the video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button down below. Continue to follow the adventure. And remember, folks, tomorrow is no guarantee for any one of us. So disconnect from that Wi-Fi, connect to this out here. You won't be disappointed.